I remember being in Rundle Mall and seeing Don's cookbook and thinking to myself, a premier who writes a cookbook, I'm in the right place.
Sorrel soup, chicken stock. There's only 4 ingredients and sorrel's one of them, so that's going to be a struggle. You don't have any sorrel? Yep. So I don't know what she's going to do. 11:27, she's late, 2 minutes. She's very much to the minute.
Now, it'll only take, I'm 7 minutes away, so Chris is back. Oh, thank you, I'm so sorry about that. I picked it early this morning. And I love the fact that in Don's book he talks about, you know, why doesn't every household grow sorrel? Well, I've always grown sorrel because I love sour things, and sorrel has the most beautiful piquancy, and it makes a fabulous sauce, fabulous tart, fabulous soup. And so he has a very simple recipe. The thing about sorrel is that you do have to take some of the stem off because it can be so bitter, and it's stronger at this time of the year. In spring it's more delicate. I'm going to sweat off the sorrel in this butter because the thing about sorrel is it just purees itself, and you've got to do that part in butter. Bitter and butter together. So I like onion to give it a bit of body. For many it's a science, but for me it's definitely alchemy. Having never been taught to cook, I also don't have parameters to stick within. Simplicity is when you have good produce, and I wish everyone had a garden like Don had, like I have. And I know for many it might be an extravagance in time, but the flavour of food just picked, it's extraordinary. So simple, I just need a bit of a boil.
Does the texture affect the taste?
Yes. We don't want baby food. That doesn't mean some soups are pureed, you know, truly pureed. It's having an acid balance, so you have length on your food, so you have, you know, a good middle palate and the length, and then there are different textures, really important, sweet, salty, sour, all of those things.
Umami, are you a fan?
Umami, oh, I'm a fan of umami. That other dimension, I do need it to go into the other, but I used all the sorrel I had in the garden.
Oh.
Even though I was limited by the sorrel I had to work with, that lovely finishing flavour of sorrel is there, even with the generous amount of cream I put in. It just so happens that this bowl was one that was made for the Symposium of Gastronomy. It was the most amazing banquet. It was a coming together of people in food from all over Australia. It was so significant, and for all the symposiums of gastronomy that have gone on since, there was never anything like it ever again. And I sat with next to Don. He was my champion. Yeah. And all the waiters were actors and in Pierrot costumes, and Geoffrey Rush was one of the actors. This is my last one of those dishes, and Don would have been involved. I'll just use a little bit of what's left. Now I'm going to get you a spoon so you can try it. As I said, probably a little bit too much cream, but it's still beautiful. Touch more salt. Yep.
Right. Go.
Oh my god, that's delicious.
It's just that, lovely piquancy.
So good.
A sorrel mayonnaise, anything rich, sorrel is a counteract for. So
That's it. Delicious. Maggie, thank you so much.